Hello, everybody. It's all about the W, baby. I'm feeling pretty good. It's a beautiful Friday right now on this beautiful day. It's July, feeling good. But listen, I started thinking about something, right? Now, y'all heard of Black Wallstreet, all right? So there's a lot going on with Black Lives Matter. There's a lot of confusion going on right now. So I just started thinking, like, how did we get to this point? All right, so you think about Black Wall Street, you think about a thriving African-American or melanated community, or however you want to call it, black community. But I mean, they was thriving. They had businesses. I mean, it was unity. That's what I'm getting at. It was unity. It was on one accord, working together. And then you move forward. I think that was in the 20s, right? So you go to the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. You have the civil rights movement. And once again, you got African Americans or black, however you want to call it, working together as a group. It was love. It was unity. And I started wondering, like, okay, that was the 60s, and you move on over to the 70s, blacks, starting to, progress, so to speak. But then in the late 80s, early 90s, things just changed. There was a switch. How did we go from loving and helping and working together to all of a sudden you got shooting and fighting and hating one another? It just puzzled me, from hating the N-word to now using the N-word amongst each other. And so I started thinking about how can you change a group of people? And I thought about the music. Now check this out. Now when you hear this right here, that's the Sugar Hill Gang, right? That was what, like in the 70s. So they just rapping. All right, so it was this new thing called rap that came out. Let's do it. It was the hip hop, the bop, the dop. Like I say, they just having fun. They just rapping. But as I'm looking at this, you can see the people grooving, the people moving. Like, now what you hear, just listen to it. They ain't fighting nobody. They ain't shooting nobody. They ain't fighting nobody. They just having fun, right? But you can see the way that things were moving. It was a way to change some things, all right? And then I remember this group right here, or this particular guy right here. Some of y'all probably remember this. I'm talented. Yes, I'm gifted. Never boosted. Never shoplifted. Listen to what he's saying. Now, he ain't making no $1 million, but he's trying to be positive. Every other month I get a brand new car. I got 20, that's plenty, but I still want more. Kind of fun, the Honda scooters got 74. So check it out. So check out what Special Ed is talking about. He just rapping positive. That man had no 74 Honda scooters, but he's rapping about something positive. He's bringing something positive into the environment. So he's rapping about things, even though he's probably living in poverty, but he's rapping about something else that the kids can shoot for. And he talked about just thinking, land, buying an island, all this type of stuff. So listen to me. So things were, progressing, they're making music and they having fun. And I know y'all probably remember this group right here. These guys right here. Check this out. Man, I'm gonna have fun. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. I'm just dancing, y'all. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Out here on the floor. So check this out. So how do we go from ain't gonna hurt nobody to I'm finna whoop this? Come on, man. Listen. They're moving and grooving, having fun. And then here's what happened. Someone got into the music and infected our music. It went from this guy right here. Check out this guy right here. His name is KRS-One. He dropping knowledge, making the young men and women think, all right? Being a scholar, talking about his philosophy, trying to get these guys to get people to think, open their eyes and think. So this is the type of music we would listen to, and things were moving in the right direction. And then the oppressor. Let's talk about the oppressor. I've always been taught that you love not the oppressor and choose none of the oppressor's ways, all right? So now you think about the oppressors. Let's think about the KKK and all this type of stuff. I'm pretty sure they said and think like, how in the world we can interrupt this? Well, they got this new crave going on with this hip-hop rap stuff going on. We can't call them the N-word no more. We can't do they women like we used to no more. What can we do? I'll tell you what, we can train them to do it to themselves. So let's go find us some suckers, pay them a bunch of money, and I bet you they'll sell out. They'll call each other that and make it cool. Listen to me. So then they found some guys, let's call them NWA. All right. And like I say, we can name all of them. And a lot of us, we love that type of stuff. We fell in line with that. We fell in line with the Too Shorts. All right. Before Too Short, KKK was the Too Shorts, running through our women, doing our women wrong, dogging our women. But then we got hip to Too Short, call him the B word. He made it popular to say with that, you know what I'm talking about? That's how Too Short would do. But check this out. We fell in line with that. So the same way the oppressor started doing our women, we start doing our women like that, and they paid these guys and gals big money to transform a community. And these are the things that started to happen. And then what happened is they made it where if somebody was rapping positive, to you want to just they made you hate the person that's rapping positive. Now think about this guy right here. I said we pray. Hey, listen to me. Hammer changed the game. Hammer had clothes, shoes. He had a whole dance. He helped his people in the community, hiring all these type of folks, trying to get them off the street, and they called him sucker. Why? So they can crush that. No, we're trying to bring this new violence to come on. Then you got folks that's looking hard. And see, what I'm saying is, we got to change what we're listening to, because that stuff affected our community. Because now when we start dogging women and all this, now we start having babies just left and right, and now that left young men and women without fathers. That caused havoc amongst relationships. So we gotta let some of this music go, because it's changing what we think. I can remember going to the club, right? And sometimes music will have an effect on you. It made you angry. Check this out. If you heard this back in the day, what? Hey, they start doing all this type of stuff up in the club. Like what they doing? But we was right there too. We were fighting every week, fighting our own brothers and sisters. And you think, how do we go in just that short period of time from Black Wall Street to civil rights to working together to now we hate one another? Because we started following the oppressor's ways. And if things are going to change today, we got to get this filth out of our head. Listen, the more things change, they talking about popping mollies and all this, and what you starting to see the kids doing the same thing. That's what we did. We listened to about it and all this. We fought. We did the stuff. We said the stuff just like them. They came out with endo. We started smoking. All right. What we listen to is what we do. So what I'm saying is there was a switch that was made, and it was brought on through the music, and things are still changing, even to the point now. Somebody put something out positive, radio won't play it. And when you got to understand who's controlling it. When you had Master P and all these folks, they didn't own these stations. The oppressors still owned it, and the oppressors paid for what they wanted the community to hear and how they wanted to transform the community. So what I'm telling us right now, we're going to go back to being a family, working together, building communities. This mess that we're putting in our ears, even the movies. I remember when I first went to go see Boys in the Hood, you was scared after the movies because it was going to be a gunfight. Listen to me, man. When we watch karate movies, after we got through, we wanted to play karate. After we start watching all these violent movies and all this, that's what we did. We listened to it. That's what we did. So what I'm saying is, if we're going to change, we got to change what we're listening to and what we're watching. Listen, I try to put out positive videos. I'm encouraging more people to put out positive videos. If you're aspiring to be a film director and all this, try to put some things that's positive out there so we can get the community back and we can thrive. Listen, y'all be blessed. Enjoy your Friday. It's all about the W. I'm out.